back again. Start our practice. Start in standing pose. We usually start with a modified sun salutation. Bring your hands in prayer pose. Back bend. Forward fold. Look up. Left leg back. Look up. Come to plank. Knees, chest, chin. Up dog. Down dog. Left leg up. Left leg forward. Look up. Right leg meets left leg. Fold forward. Get up one vertebrae at a time. Alright. Now let's do some side stretches as usual. You can hold your left wrist with right hand. Stretch your side. To the other side. Now extend the full body. Be on your toes and look up. Come back. Now again fold forward. Step or hop back. Come to plank. Come to down dog. Right leg up. Right leg forward. Come to high lunge. So you're in high lunge, keeping your thighs parallel to the ground. Bring your arms up. From high lunge, come to gentle twist. See how I recombine to my front leg? Again, you can hold a prayer pose if you want. Bring your torso up. Neutral. Put your left hand on your left leg, at back of your thighs, and bend forward. Now come to warrior two. To reverse warrior. To side angle. Come back to down dog again. Left leg back. Left leg forward. Come to high lunge. Not tying my hair today because I don't know why. Yesterday I had a headache out of that. So keeping my hair flowing. Do what suits you. Maybe. Commit to your front leg. Hold the lunge. So we are in high lunge. From high lunge to easy twist. You can hold a prayer pose if you want. Then bring your torso up. Come to neutral. Then back. Then come to warrior two. Again, commit to your front leg, look forward. Reverse your warrior. Side angle. Now come back to plank. We'll repeat it and keep adding to the sequence. Come back to down dog. Right leg forward. Right leg back, right leg forward. So come back to high lunge again. High lunge to lunge twist. Lunge twist to back bend. Warrior 2. Side angle. To triangle. From triangle, come to half moon. Again, you can hold. I will actually get something that I can use as a prop. Use something that you can use as a prop, and using that, your entire, like the hip, should open up, and this hip bone, it should face the side of the mat, right, that direction. So yeah, you're in half moon. You can stay in half moon, or you can come to Chapasana. Again, Chapasana is optional. You just keep your posture in half moon. And then take all the support you need and face, like your hip bone is now facing the ground. And from here, transfer, like hold your inner foot, same hand, same leg, and come up to down surface. Down surface, standing split. Now come to down dog. Now left leg up, left leg forward. Come to high lunge. Forget about this block. We'll use it as a block when we do half moon again. So high lunge, lunge twist, back bend, warrior 2, side angle, triangle, from triangle again you come to half moon. So take help if you want. So I would rather have you hold a block than hold the ground, just because it keeps your alignment of the body. You see how my tip of my foot to the head is almost in one line. So we want to be in that one line. If you do not have a block or do not use help, then what happens? Your body goes down, which is not ideal. You then want to float, so you are in one line. That's why I like using a block, if possible. So that helps you keeping the line. You can do Chapasana if you feel like, but again it's optional. Now take help, shift your weight, come to dancer. From dancer, standing split, and then back to plank. Come to neutral tabletop and let's do some cat cow. Breathe in, cat, breathe out, cow. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Alright. Left leg back, right and forward. And you can just stay here. Or you can hold opposite leg, opposite hand and stretch. Do the same. We haven't threaded our needle for a while. Let's thread our needle. So this is child's pose and this is puppy pose. So we will be in puppy pose. In puppy pose, we'll open our one side and thread the other side. You can either stay here or do a small bind. Come back to puppy. Now open your left side and thread on your right side. You can do a bind here also or not, optional. Come back. Since we are almost seated, let's do some minor core poses. We won't spend too much time on the core today. So favorite, actually like both to be honest. So let's come to both pose. So for beginners, you can just stay here and this will engage your core. Just one thing to note, instead of being like this, have your chest open and you should carry or like hold your posture using your basically belly or abs. You can either straighten your leg, also let your hands go, these are options. You can just keep here, keep your position here. Why I feel like showing some more advanced poses, so ignore it if you don't want to. But otherwise, you can also hold your big toes and maintain your board pose like this. But this posture is as good. From here, we'll go to Supta Baddha Konasana, which is keeping our leg in diamond shape, opening our feet as if we are opening pages of the book, and then recline to open our hips up. Come back out. So add a little back bend. So we'll do 2 rounds of Ustrasana, and from there we'll go to Virasana. Again, do not snap in and out of this pose, particularly this pose, because lower backs are very sensitive for most people. So gently, remember the word gently. Gently come to a gentle back bend. Back bends are very good for our backs in general. And you can just stay here. Otherwise, you can bring your hand to touch your heel and look back. Go back the same way you came. So you don't put pressure on anything particular. One more time. So you can just do a gentle back bend or a full back bend. Gently come up. Now if you sit back, you come to hero pose. So hero pose is basically sitting with your knees folded and your knees should be close to each other. I'm going to go a little in the front because I'm going to try to recline. So in hero's pose, I usually try to get the fleshy part of my shin out. So it's easier to, and you know, if you cannot sit all the way down, use a blanket and sit on top of the blanket. You know. Find out where does your body want to go. Yoga is a journey and that's part of the journey to discover your own body. To be honest, like I didn't know my own body before I started yoga. So yeah, discover your body, discover its limit. Do not push the limit. You can play around the limit. And again, pain is never part of the practice. If something is hurting, back off. So from here, you can just gently recline and stay here. Otherwise, if you feel like, you can go all the way down and stretch out. Come out the same way. From here, gently take your legs out and bring yourself into a seated V pose. So from here, we can go to Sarvangasana. For Sarvangasana, usually you put your arms underneath, but I'll show it maybe after I show another variation, which is keeping your, as if you know, your spine is a piece of wood, like there's no way to bend it. So if you think your spine is like that, without carving your spine, just kneel forward. All our back pain comes from the fact that, you know, we use our spine the way it's not meant to be used. We're always hunching and sitting in bad posture. So to correct that, you know, we do not want to be in a bad posture. So keep your spine completely straight and then lean as much as you can, keeping your spine straight. And you can just be here, and that's good. So find your comfort zone where you want to be, and then use your arm or hand to like rest. Gently come up. Actually, again go to Sarvangasana. Sarvangasana is really the same. If anybody wants to see it, intermediate or advanced, you put your arms under your knees and you go flat on your belly. Since we are already seated, we'll do a couple of breathing exercises. Putting hand under your knees, gently bring it closer or like come to a seated position, and then we'll do some breathing practices. So you can either be in Padmasana or be in Sukhasana. Sukhasana is just fancy name of sitting comfortably. So you can be in either of them. And then from here, we'll do alternate breathing, alternate nostril breathing. So I'm gonna do 5. Breathe in for 5, hold for 5, breathe out for 5. So close your left, close actually my right nostril, close your right nostril, breathe in from your left nostril and count 5. Now hold your breath for 5. Now let go using your right nostril. counting 5. Now breathe in for 5, hold, let go for 5. One more time. Hold, let go. Breathe in, hold, let go. Let's do 40 round of Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati is, again, we breathe in. When we breathe out forcefully using the muscle of our belly. We push the breath out. So let's try, breathe in. Yay for the breathing practice. We got something out of our way. Now, one of the main thing I try not to forget is getting the Vasisthasana. So for that, Vasisthasana is fancy name of side plank. So you come to full plank, or sorry, just regular plank. Put your right leg up and hold. Bring it down, left leg up and hold. Bring it down. Now come to side plank. Again, side plank, you can stack your foot one on top of the other. Put one leg behind to do a supported one. Or come to a tree pose. But one thing you must do is lift your sits bone, which I did. Come back to plank. Now again side plank. So you can be here stacking, taking support with the back leg, or come to a tree pose. Come back to plank. I actually wanted to do some standing poses, but at least let's have the tree pose going. So again, for tree, you can just be here, and this is a perfect tree. The main goal of tree is establishing balance, that if we can have balance in both of our legs. So usually when we walk, we don't pay so much attention to balance both of our sides out. So yoga enforces that by forcing you to be on one side, so that you're paying as much attention to one side, and then you pay the same attention to the other side when you rotate. So yeah, you can hold tree anywhere as long as you're carrying your weight on one leg. That is really the goal for tree pose. From tree, bring your right leg forward. You can either just stay here or straighten it. Again, as I said, staying here is perfectly fine. And then you can open your hip up to the side and stay here. Or open up like this. Again, bring it to the center and we'll do a rotation. Look behind. From here, we'll just push our leg back to come to warrior 3. And then come back to standing pose again. Just do the same thing on the other side. So tree pose. Again, you could be anywhere, right? You need to come all the way up. Or you can also be in half lotus for tree. as long as you're on one of your leg, we're on the right track. From tree, bring your right leg forward. You can have it bent like this. This is good, just stay here. Or you can straighten it. Again for opening, you can keep it open like this. You can hold a wall if you can't keep balance. Or you can also open it like this. Bring it forward. And then a gentle twist. From here, we'll do the same thing that we did on the other side. Push your leg behind to come to warrior 3. Now left leg meets right. Now we're almost running out of time, so we'll go to down dog. Now we are just winding ourselves down. So down dog, right leg up, right leg forward to come to pigeon pose. I don't know what you guys feel, I just feel like time goes too fast. I think one of these days I need to make the classes longer. But for today, let's recline on pigeon pose. Gently come back out. Left leg up, left leg forward. Come to pigeon pose. Let's come to our back, or come onto our back to get to bridge pose. One more time. Come down. From here, bridge. We'll do supine twist. Right leg on top of left. Let your leg fall on one side, and you look opposite side. Come back to center. Do supine twist on the other side. Exhale. Come back to center. Didn't do any inversion. We'll all do a gentle inversion. Right, bring our leg up. From here, come to happy baby. Stretch our right leg, left leg, pulse the leg, make happy baby noises. Come stretch yourself to come to Savasana. have your palms up, like as in facing the sky. Basically, every part of your body is relaxed. Scan through your body. Pay attention if you're holding any stress in any part of your body. If you are, just let it go. There's no use of that. Now come to your favorite side. Fetal pose. Or wake up from your slumber. Come to a comfortably seated position. Breathe in. And when we breathe out, we'll do a 1 round of hum. So breathe in. Thank you for bringing yourself to the mat. I'll quickly check if there's somebody new that joined.